Hello, Just Too Good here, and I just woke up, and the LEGO Harry Potter Summer 2022 sets were revealed just like out of nowhere. These are some impressive sets. I mean, LEGO Harry Potter seems to be on another level of building detail than some other licensed themes where we just get some very detailed build and some very intricate minifigures. This is no different. I was super surprised to see this set get revealed, which wasn't even rumored. 12 Grimmauld Place, which I believe will be $120, and this has a total of 9 minifigures with some great exclusives, whether it be Tonks or even Creature, which is great to get finally a Creature minifigure. But the part that stands out to me most is just the overall build of this set. This is the design of that building that's hidden between the two buildings, the Black household, Sirius Black's family. And to have this feature open, all you have to do is push those two building fronts to the side, and it reveals that building in the middle. However, the interior is really just for the building in the middle, and you can see how that works out, where it comes off a little bit cramped, but still, the front play feature and just the front overall design I really love. I love getting city-based stuff, and if that means getting a LEGO Harry Potter set for a city, I'm fine with that. Getting these kind of brownstone-esque buildings, that's what I'm reminded of, in New York and everything. So this was a really nice surprise to get, and I'm very happy that this just came out of nowhere. Other than that, you do get the Weasley twins, you get Molly Weasley, Kingsley, and Ron. The set honestly gives me 2018 Sanctum Sanctorum vibes. Also, I love little details like the Sirius Black family tree or the ear one by one, even though LEGO minifigures don't have ears. And also, Tonks has swappable hairs, which that's a great color for that Daston hairpiece. I think that's the first time we're getting it in just the plain red. And then another surprise, I wouldn't even say a great surprise, because the surprising part of this is kind of disappointing. The Ministry of Magic set, which was rumored a couple weeks ago for the summer, seems to only have this one structure in the middle in that building design, and it's really just a facade in that regard. I thought there would be a little bit more to the set, but that's 990 pieces worth of build with that middle part. Then you got some side parts like the statue, that little stand for Umbridge, and the telephone booth, which looks great, but it just feels a little bit hollow, and I kind of wish there was more to this set. Maybe they should have made this more expensive, like a $150 set or a direct consumer set, because just this one design here feels not so satisfying. Still, the coolest part about this is getting an actual Deathly Hallows set, which is something I've wanted for a while. But also you get an array of interesting minifigures. You have those disguises from the Deathly Hallows that Ron and Hermione and Harry put on. It's cool how those swap out, kind of like a Transfiguration set. We also have, what's it called, Patronus for Umbridge for the first time, which is that cat. Some more exclusive minifigures include Pius Thickneys, Mary Cattermole, Corbin Yaxley, and then, as I said earlier, a new variant of Umbridge, Arthur Weasley, and a Dementor. Also a nice use of those Monkey Kid cloud spurts in that translucent green coloring. Then there's the $90 Shrieking Shacks set. This is a remake we wanted for so long, so it's really nice to see this in a summer wave. This has, I think, 777 pieces. Yeah, it says it right there. The design has that old boarded up Shrieking Shack, which of course looks cool. The interior of the Shrieking Shack, I think, is done pretty well. I mean, it's not super detailed or intricate, but it doesn't need to be. It has the key bottom section that was so important. Then we also have a totally new design for the Whomping Willow, which is actually nice that they changed it so much from the previous two sets. And of course you got minifigures for Harry, Hermione, Ron, Sirius Black, Lupin, and Wormtail, which I've been on a little bit of a Mike Lee kick, so I'm like, hey, it's Timothy Spall and David Thewlis. And then we even had Umbridge, which her actress also collabs with Mike Lee in another set. Regardless, we do have their alternate forms as well, which give us some great new figures, whether it be this new design for this dog here, or the new design for Werewolf Lupin. That uses the molded head that was introduced with the LEGO Monster Fighters theme back in 2012. It's cool that that piece still gets some use. Overall, this is a really great set for figures, and I think the build is satisfying for what's included of something that's long overdue for a remake, if you ask me. And this is a $90 set in the United States. Next, we have Dumbledores Office, which Dumbledores Office is a set that I kind of grew up with back in the day. It was one that my brother had, and then he gave it on to me. This set is, of course, a new Hogwarts version that connects to the Hogwarts sets released last summer. which is reminiscent of the older style where they have these sand grid roofs and they kind of stack on top of each other. The design of this actually has some great minifigures included. Like, I really like Madam Pince, who's like not even a key character or nobody too important, but it's a character we haven't gotten before. And this character they went all out with a new hair hat combo. Okay, I'll take it. Also a new Filch with Mr. Norris. I knew Mr. Norris was overdue in that Whomping Willow, which was just missing him from my remembrance. Other than that, of course, you get Dumbledore, Harry, Hermione, and this design for a baby fox. I love the use of that dove piece, and this is the first time we're getting it in that red coloring. The actual build itself is just another Hogwarts expansion in my opinion. Like, this one doesn't seem too interesting on the interior. Maybe I'm just reminded of the original version, which had that sprawling staircase. This one has no staircase whatsoever, and yeah, it just kind of feels boring in the interior if you ask me. Then there's the $50 Hungarian Horntail set. This is in the style of Hedwig and Fox, which I did previously, where you have this stand and the wings are flapping. However, I kind of like how this is in the scaling of minifigures as well, which those sets weren't. So we actually have a Harry Potter minifigure on a broomstick escaping the Hungarian Horntail. Is that bottom broom piece a new piece? It seems like it has a stud at the top, so they're just literally using a pole connection for the base of the broom. Let's get a full-scale Hungarian Horntail. This one looks so much better than that one that was released back in, when was it, 2019? I'm really glad with how this one came out, and I'm actually surprised with how well it looks in this full-scale design. Of course, as a kid, I had the original one growing up, which I still think is my favorite because I always like those specialized LEGO animals for something like a dragon. But this brick-built dragon design looks pretty darn cool if you ask me, and it's a pretty good deal for $50. Also really cool to get that flame piece with the purple and the orange once again, which is great for that breath of fire. Then we have the Hogwarts Courtyard Serious Rescue. Kind of interesting how they say Courtyard. To me, this is actually a more interesting expansion than the Dumbledores Office, where it's such an interesting shape. The interior is nothing too special, but I really like that outside, where we do have this fancier look with the frogs turned upside down and some overgrowth. This is also a classic set from LEGO. From my understanding, this is a $50 set, though, which just seems a little bit overpriced for 50 bucks. It must be Buckbeak raising up the price, but it's weird because, say, that Fluffy set was $40, and that had a new specialized piece with the Fluffy head, and that was still that $40 price and not $50. This design for Buckbeak is actually a different design with that white base. I think I like this coloring better than the one that was found in the Hagrid's Hut set. And then we also have the Hogwarts Carriage and Thestrals, which this one has a new Harry Potter design. I wasn't expecting that outfit, and a new Luna. This is when they meet in the movie. I didn't remember that outfit from that scene. Really love the new outfit for Luna. That torso is just really cool looking. I love purple though, and that's a cool clash of purple and tan. We also have that messenger bag as well in a blue. The Thestral is nice to return since that one Fantastic Beasts set, but to get a baby Thestral, that's new and exclusive. And this being a $20 set, I think is a pretty good deal for what is included. You even get a little side build of a Forbidden Forest tree. I'm growing my Forbidden Forest tree collection with all those sets they put out since 2018. However, I think that's it for all these sets. What a crazy wave. I mean, there's a lot of building sets this time, which is my cup of tea. Harry Potter in general is usually buildings, but outside of the Hogwarts line, we actually get 3 substantial buildings with the Shrieking Shack, the Grimmauld Place, which is just a huge surprise and maybe even my favorite from this lot here. I really want to see how that play feature works in action. The Ministry of Magic does feel a little bit underwhelming for what it is. Really a facade set. The Hogwarts expansions, I'm sure people will love. Me personally, I still haven't had this new Hogwarts set up, so I'm not running out to get those. Though I think the Hippogriff Rescue with Buckbeak is actually better than the Dumbledores Office, surprisingly, where even though it does feel overpriced, it just looks more interesting from the exterior. The Hungarian Horntail and the Thestral set also have some cool creatures in them. Really, there's no bad set of this wave, though I will say I am disappointed by the Ministry of Magic, though I like the Ministry of Magic more than Dumbledore's Office. That's where I stand. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Tell me which one is your favorite out of this bunch, which ones you'll buy. Subscribe for more LEGO Harry Potter or LEGO content, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.